This is an introduction to a video I shot a couple of years ago. Some Coppice cants in a place called Horton Country Park in Epsom and Ewell. I'll play the video after I've said what I'm going to say. Basically, I'm working as a volunteer on a plan to support recutting of at least 2 cants per year of hazel coppice under oak standards on that side. What we want to do is produce in-cycle hazel, shift the balance more towards commercial, inverted commas, grade hazel, while still maximising biodiversity value. There are around 20 cants that have been worked on by volunteers over a great number of years. We want to see if we can make hazel coppice self-supporting as part of management for biodiversity and public amenity. We expect continued volunteer involvement, but want to free volunteers, or produce the potential to free volunteers from maintaining and only maintaining to them more working on improvements. So watch the video and then I'll come back to you and say a little bit more, because there's an opportunity here for the right person and we're looking for expressions of interest. Here's the video. This is Darkest Chessington, and in Darkest Chessington we have urban fringe woodland, lots of hawthorn and crap. And over the other side we have coppice. And here's a bit that's just been cut. And here's a bit that's a little overstood, but could produce a lot of product. And there's 3 cants in here. This one was done last winter. Unfortunately the deer fence has come down. And another one here. Not what you'd expect in Chessington. Anybody interested in cutting any of it? And that's ringneck parakeets. Oh yeah, this is an old railway. Got a network of hard surface tracks through the whole site. So access is peachy groovy. Okay, a bit more hazel from another angle. This looks to be 3 growing seasons old. This one 2. This one here is 1 growing season. And a bit in behind, looks to be about 7, possibly 8, nearly fell over there. Let's go a little bit closer. And a bit more coppice. And there's another cant, or several cants down here. Turn the camera on when I get there. And here's another view. This is further in. Looks to be a little bit older. That's my eye level, I'm 5'8". There's more over that way. Another area here. Could do with some of the standards taken out. But there's produce here, although it's gone on a little bit too far to be grade 1. Over there it's grown a little more slowly, but it's still fairly what's the word, straight and decent stool density. And while we're here, have a look at a random stool. And that's pretty typical. And these ones over here. We just looked at that area over there. And over here, past this corner with the hornbeam coppice. And the lake at the moment. And more hornbeam and oak mixed coppice with wych elm on the right. Another old railway line we're on now. Got this overstood area here, which is overstood hazel. See the remnants of deer fencing, and there's some ash in there, ash coppice, and some regenerated hornbeam and birch regen. And as you walk this way, it gets younger again. So, anybody interested in cutting it? If you'd like to make an inquiry, I think the manager would like to speak to you. Let me know in the comments. And this is back to the main track. You can see it's surfaced all the way through. Down around the bend on the right there's another cant. It's slightly younger than this stuff in the back. And elsewhere on the same site there are more areas of hazel, some of which I think are less overstood than that. I understand they've been cut over since I was last here 12 years ago. So, any inquiries? So that was the video, and you can probably tell that this isn't anywhere near there. It's just another nice bit of woodland with its own issues. But basically what we're working on is to make a bursary available to help with the cost of work which will be payable on completion. Basically the coppice cutter keeps all the produce, all the income from that produce, and yes, there's discussions going to go on, we hope, about canopy tree density, and you've just watched the video, you see that might be warranted. So did the video give you an idea, or any ideas? There are other areas than you saw in the video available, including mixed broadleaves planted in the early 1980s, which have been since converted to hazel dominated coppice. If you're interested, drop me a comment or direct message me and we'll see what we can sort out. So expressions of interest welcome. Also comments in the comments section of this video. Thank you very much.